was a really hard piece to learn. It took a really long time to get the hang of that one, and we did a few variations of it throughout the year. We kind of played with what that was going to look like.
It was such a unusual piece.
It was a super weird piece in that it's like very like lots of nonsense words.
I've never sung anything like that before. I think the hardest part about putting Water Fountain together was trying to get our physical actions as well as our musical technique in sync.
You've got to think about, first of all, learning all your words, making sure you're singing the right notes, putting all the actions together, and then the most important part, making sure that everyone from all their separate parts is working together well.
With so much movement and in both the music and physically on stage, it was so exciting.
This is a weird piece and we're embracing the weirdness of this piece was what kind of took it to that next fun level. Keep My Cool. I think it's one of my favourite pieces that we've done with the girls.
I think what made Keep My Cool so interactive was finding out what the lyrics actually mean, what we're singing.
Sitting down with the girls and sharing the stories of what we were envisioning this person in the song was thinking and feeling was a lot of fun.
Because pretty much what we're singing is it's our internal thoughts when a really attractive guy walks in the room and we don't know what to do with ourselves, right?
We had a discussion of like, is this person crazy or are they just normal, and are they just feeling a lot of feelings or are they like obsessed?
And when you really think about those lyrics and the meaning behind them, and then you're looking with your other choristers, you connect in that sort of way because you both have that shared understanding of what's going on in the music, and then we're feeding off each other physically and with our singing, and it just all comes together into a big, massive emotional explosion.
Song this year, I think I'd have to say Sound of Silence. An amazing arrangement, beautiful men's voicing, and they really did us proud.
You start to say, oh, it's a bass melody, the bass gets the melody. Yes, God, that was good. Sound of Silence was this really great layered piece of music. The melody sort of starts down in the bass and the low parts, and gradually throughout the whole piece of the music it moves up through each of the parts, and as it does, every time it moves up, the energy of the piece just grows.
It starts really soft, really low, lots of sort of tinkly women over the top of these beautiful men's voices.
there's a beautiful section, Hear My Words That I Might Teach You, where everything's all in unison, and there aren't many sections of that piece where everyone just comes together and kind of sings in that homophonic kind of way.
And everybody's all doing their own little thing, really, and then you get this one chord where it just goes like, oh my God, we're all together. And that one bar is, I think, the only time in the entire song where we're singing homophonically, all in vertical alignment, because every other time it's like this, and then it just goes...
My favourite piece this year was probably Butterfly. I think music sometimes, when you really connect with it, has the power to like take you to like a different place. And for me, Butterfly did that. Just really effective onomatopoeias with like fatums and like fluttering sounds, and it's just magical.
It just brings out a different side to the entire choir. Everyone kind of relaxes, and like the people that normally don't really move much when they sing or anything like that, you can just kind of see the whole choir relax when we sing that song.
When I was singing it, you can't help but just like sway with the choir.
I think all of the lines of that piece have something interesting in them. There's not, like the basses aren't just singing like 1 and 5 type thing.
Love me on the knees before we say goodbye.
The soprano line is so powerful, and it's such a main component of the piece. You still have all the other parts underneath, and even though that they're the supporting parts, they still play such a crucial role, and it all together just sounds like one sound.
One of my favourite songs from our most recent show was Wellerman. It's a split rep, so it's just tenors and basses. I like how we can take this song, it's like this big internet meme, and it's kind of like rough and ready. And we can take it apart and put it back together in a way that just sounds so good and so musical, and you just get the harmonies and all the different parts layering onto each other and building and building and building through the whole piece, and then it's just, it gets me. It's so good.
We'll take our leave and take our leave and take our leave and go.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first read the sheet music to Notre Dame, I was like, there's no way that we as the tenors will be able to sing this. It's just so high up, so high register.
Born in Paris, the city awakes to the bells of Notre Dame.
It's a really complicated piece, but once we learnt it, it really stuck well in everyone's brain, and so you kind of got to dig deeper into the details.
Adam kept pushing through, and we kept pushing through. And by the end, we managed to do it, and that was like a really great feeling of like accomplishment.
My favourite part within the song of Bells of Notre Dame would definitely be towards the end when the altos get the lead. We don't get the lead often. And it's fun.
It's golden, go about their lives, heedless of the gift it is to be there. For if I were in their skin, I'd treasure every instant of their
I think the audience really liked Bells just because of how much it grows and how big it does get towards the end.
They hear this like really big, confident sound out of Naya. We have the ability to really make things ring.
The power, you know, it's just, you can see it in the audience just,
It's very in your face.
the wall of sound that really comes out is just it's something else. That's like one of my favourite things that this choir can do, honestly, is just we turn that sound on, you know, it's just... With Scotland the Brave, we started this piece right at the beginning of the year. We had this workshop with Jo Oosterhoff. She really came in and we pulled that apart. We pulled that all apart into each individual vowel or consonant and then put it back together to get the most out of each sound in that piece. That first workshop with Jo ended up translating into a lot of the other stuff we did throughout the year, a lot of the energy that we as a group try to put into our performances.
The entire focus of the chorus was huge. It was like this big point and it all just came to Adam. And it just never felt like that attention to Adam never wavered throughout that song. And it just focused in right by the very end. It's like this pinpoint right over there. And the crowd's all with us at that pinpoint. It's astonishing. I love it.
So we performed Scotland as an encore at our last concert of the year, very last night of the year, you know. And right at the end, there's this massive tag, these last few chords, Scotland the Brave. You know, it's putting that out there right at the end, leaving that hanging, you know, out in the rafters. That was a pretty good way to finish up for the year.